start with kind of a broad question, but there's so much news and there are so many talking heads talking about what Kamala Harris, the presumptive nominee for the Democratic Party now, should be doing about her messaging. So what are you hearing in your world about the Harris campaign and the messaging she has and the messaging that she needs to put out there?
It's a great question. Today, she just launched her first campaign video, soundtrack by Beyonce, with freedom being kind of the overarching theme. And I think you're going to hear a lot about freedom as a theme. I think you're going to hear a lot about unity versus division. And I think you're going to hear a lot about the future and moving the party forward and not going backwards. And talking straight to working class Americans about what it would mean to live under a President Trump presidency, where Social Security and Medicare would be on the chopping block, Department of Education would be eliminated, prescription drug prices would be increased, child care would be cut, versus the agenda that the Vice President is going to push, which is one where opportunity is going to be available to all Americans, regardless of where you live. And I think those are going to be the themes you hear over the next couple weeks and probably heading into the convention.
Now, obviously, Vice President Harris effectively stepped into the campaign apparatus that had been built by President Joe Biden. As a communications expert, as a political strategist, Doug, what do you think of her decision to basically inherit that operation and keep it as it is versus building one of her own?
Very smart. To build a presidential campaign, it takes months, and so this was, her campaign. She was not at the top of the ticket, but it was the Biden-Harris campaign. I think the fact that now she can inherit a lot of the infrastructure, I expect her to bring on more people in terms of, sort of being additive there. But I think it gives her a lot of advantages in terms of being able to go, right? So she's not really having to build the car as she's driving it. The car's been built. I expect her to add things here and there, but it gives her a real, a real opportunity to, just fight this out, and both from an infrastructure, staff, and a money standpoint. So all of the money that was raised by the Biden-Harris campaign now goes to Kamala Harris. And so that's super helpful. The volunteer network, all of these things that have been worked on by the Biden-Harris operation for the last, year and a half are now, in motion. So the continuity piece is really important.